I started out as a high school kid coming out of school, didn't know what I wanted to do, so I decided to join the military, which was one of the best things I did in my life. It taught me camaraderie, it taught me leadership, it taught me compassion, as well as team building with my fellow soldiers.
Hi, my name is Beatrice Harper. I served in the U.S. Army. I was a Spec 4, which is a specialist 4th class. I was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas.
My name is Jose Diaz. I served in the Marine Corps for 8 years as an explosive ordnance disposal technician. After boot camp and combat training, I served 1 year in Camp Kinser in Okinawa, Japan. I was stationed in Camp Pendleton, California for 5 years. And in between those 5 years, I did spend 1 year stationed in Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. I did serve 9 months in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom as an EOD tech.
11.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tom Joquin. I served in the Army National Guard for 6 years out of Fort Benning, Georgia.
I'm Don Latham, and I'm the grandfather of Canon Osmus and Rowan Osmus. I served in the U.S. Army on active duty from 1969 to 1973, most of the time as a helicopter pilot. I served a year in Vietnam with an assault helicopter company doing combat assaults, insertions, extractions, and resupply missions primarily. Following my time in Vietnam, I spent 2 years as an instructor pilot and ground school instructor with the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
I'm Private Osmus. I currently serve in the U.S. Army.
Hi, my name is Dion Harris. I'm an Army veteran. I was 88 Mike, which is a truck driver. I served 2 years, and then I went to work for the Department of Veterans Affairs, where I worked there for 17 years and then retired. I've joined the military because I come from a veteran family and I love my country, and I just wanted to fulfill my family's obligation.
I'm Private Monahan, and the reason I was inspired to join the military was I didn't want to just talk about freedom. I wanted to protect it. I've always believed real loyalty shows through actions and not words. Joining the military was my way of proving that belief, of standing up for something bigger than myself. I wanted to serve, defend, and earn the right to say I truly gave back to the country that gave me everything.
Hi, I'm Private Russell. One of the biggest challenges of being in the military for me is being away from my family and my friends, and also learning to mature and learn to be an independent person.
Also, shout out to my little brother and sister, Canon and Rowan Osmus. I miss y'all.
See ya.
What have you learned from a veteran?
I have learned that my dad Travis is a veteran and he served in the Army. My dad is hardworking, kind, and loving, so I've learned how to be hardworking, kind, and loving too. He has also taught me that sometimes things might be scary, but it's okay to face our fears.
What would you like to tell your dad?
I would like to tell him that I love him and appreciate him. Thank you, Dad, for serving our country and fighting for our freedom.
Thank you, great-grandpa, for serving.
What do you think it means to be brave?
Being brave means sacrificing your life to go fight for our freedom. Being brave also means doing anything you can to help and doing something that is hard to accomplish.
I would like to say to a family member, thank you for serving. That was very brave of you to make that sacrifice and risk.
Tell us about your two grandpas who are veterans.
Grandpa Tim fixed airplanes for the Air Force.
Grandpa Vince worked on helicopters for the Army.
What being a veteran means to me is that, first and foremost, I was able to earn the title of United States Marine, which is one of my most proudest accomplishments. I was able to serve my country in both peacetime as well as in combat, and I served with some of the greatest men that to this day are still my best friends. And like the Marine Corps motto, Semper Fidelis, as a Marine, we'll always be faithful to each other as well as to our country.
Being in the military made me the man that I am today, and some of the skills that I learned, like being a medic, learning how to save lives, took me to many different levels in this life. I carry these things throughout life with me to this day, and I encourage anyone that wants to join the military to get a skill that you can use in the outside world, something that you will always carry with you days on end.
And what I hope that kids today would get from Veterans Day is the sacrifice that a soldier makes. And not only does a soldier make that sacrifice, the family makes a sacrifice also as the soldier is gone doing his job. And the job that we do as soldiers is we fight for freedom for the United States and for everyone to be able to live their lives that they live today.
I really hope all the kids get to someday or now to learn the difference between what Veterans Day stands for and what Memorial Day stands for. There's a lot of people that think they're the same thing, which they're not. And so, again, I just want to thank everybody that's putting this on. I think it's great, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
One thing I hope kids take away from Veterans Day is that it is a day to honor and thank all the people who have served in the military. It's a day to show appreciation for their sacrifices and dedication to protecting our country.
One of the things that I certainly learned during my military service was leadership skills. I was put into positions where I had to learn how to lead men and get along with people. Another thing is that you always learn that military is something bigger than yourself. There's other people that look out for you and you look out for them, and that has served me well in my life. I certainly want to acknowledge my grandchildren and thank them for always remembering that I'm a veteran and thanking me for my service.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Bill Sparks. I served in the United States Army from 3 years, from 1976 till 1979. I was stationed at Fort Sill, Oklahoma for 2 years. And my last year, I got orders to go over and serve in South Korea in the 2nd Unit, or the 2nd Infantry Division.
Again, to the students, I appreciate this opportunity as well as the wonderful staff. Thank you very much. And I want to give a special shout out to 2 of your great students, Stassi Benavidez and Jacoby Abel, my grandkids. Hi, Grandpa, love you. Thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you, Great-Grandpa Gary Cox.
I'm proud to honor the risks that someone took to help us be where we are today as a nation.
Thank you, Grandpa Tim and Grandpa Vince.
Thank you, Poppy, for serving. You are so brave. I am so proud to call you my grandpa.